Hi, welcome. I'm Roxanne, Super Doodle Girl, and I want to share with you a little bit about my new mini class, Creative Meditative Flow. So this came out of a much longer series, a 4-week course that I teach that's really in depth and gets you into this mindfulness practice. But this is going to be a smaller subset. So this is going to be one style of journaling, but also with that meditative information and how you can tap into flow state. This is meant for you if you sometimes get a little frustrated. You hear people say, oh, there's no right or wrong way to be creative. And you're like, and your brain starts looking at what you've put on the paper and you're like, I don't think this is it. This class can help you start to be a calm, non-judgmental observer of both your thoughts and your artwork. Perhaps you tell yourself you're not artistic or you're not creative. I've heard that pretty much in every class that I've taught for the last several years. People say, oh, I'm not artistic or creative. And you know what? I've seen the transformation again and again when students come and they learn these simple techniques and really embrace that process. And then it's such a joy hearing them say, oh my gosh, look what I created. This is beautiful. So yeah, so those are some questions you might have. So this is for newbies. It really is for anyone who's interested in using creativity as a meditative tool and to get you into flow state. So flow is not about watercolor, even though I'll be using watercolors in the course. This is to teach yourself to practice being able to follow a systematic process when you sit down at your journal. You can get to work after a few minutes. Time starts to cease to exist and you feel those thoughts kind of settle in and you can create in your journal. So in this course, I have a couple of hours of recorded video and I walk you through everything that you are going to need to know. All right. So, and not everything you're ever going to need to know about being creative, but just enough so that you can get started and feel what it feels like. Because there's a lot to it, but let's start out with the basic steps. So one of the things that I always have in my courses, I'm kind of known for, I have great handouts. And so with this, anytime I give you a handout, the other thing that I do in my courses is I walk you through it. So I complete it and I record it real time. It's not like what you see on Instagram from me. It's not a sped up real. These are real time and I'm telling you exactly what I'm thinking. So that's one of the things you get in the course. You're going to get this doodle warm up because in my classes, I have again, they're like, well, Roxanne, I get like doodling, but like, how do you know all these shapes to make? And you seem to know what to make and where to put it. And I was like, because I've done it for so long. So what this will do is if doodling is a foreign language to you, this is kind of like your building blocks. So you're going to get one of these that I guide you through. You'll fill it out. And then I'm also going to teach you a process so that when you sit down and we are in our creative meditative flow practice, you're going to know what to do. So I will walk you through. This is a formula. So I'm going to teach you, you're going to have, think of it as a formula or think of it like a recipe. I'm going to tell you the exact ingredients to use and the steps that you'll take to create these little 6 grid, can be kind of like a journal, like these little miniature abstract works of art. Throughout this, it's real time in this particular one because it's a basics class. Even when you see me work, the video is not sped up. So you can see literally how long I'm working on it. You can see my brush strokes. You can see the pens. I tell you everything. And you can use the supplies that I use. I give you a list of all of those and the links to them. But this process can be done with anything that you can make a mark with. So as I tell all my students, shop in your closet first, because that's the other thing we've heard from so many students. They're like, oh, I've forgotten I bought these particular markers, and they worked out beautifully. Hopefully that clarifies a little bit about what you would do in the class. Like I said, there's about 2 hours of recorded video, and it's going to walk you step by step through this process. For those of you that have been interested in the Creative Meditative Flow series, this is your first step. So this is a great way to dip your toe in and see if it's something you want to explore in the longer classes when you see those announced. So take care and happy doodling. Hope to see you in class.